Hi, today I have a routine to help you feel strong and flexible all day long. I'll guide you through some exercises to build strength and stability, and then some wonderful yoga stretches to help improve that flexibility and mobility. You may want to have a towel or a blanket with you to support some of the poses, but other than that, comfy clothes, enough room to spread out. So go get ready and I'll meet you on the mat. Let's get started. The affirmation today is, I trust in the journey, that I am growing stronger every day. We'll start with the soles of the feet together in a long diamond. Bring your hands towards your feet, hinge from the hips, and start to inch forward so you feel that stretch in the outside of the thighs and your hip. Gently and carefully start to fold a little bit more forward, finding that perfect place for you to rest today. Not pushing, not pulling, just allowing the body to rest where it needs to. So in this pose, we're targeting the outer hip. The inner thighs are loosening, the pelvis and the groin. And as all of these loosen, we also stretch out some of the low back. Carefully lift your head and roll yourself back up again. Extend both legs out in front of you with the toes pointing up. Ground your hips into the floor and walk your hands forward, hinging from your hips. Just reach as far as is comfortable, feeling a nice stretch in the back of the legs and the hamstrings. Take a breath in, and as you do, lengthen the spine and grow just a little bit taller. And then exhale, relax from the hips and feel the thighs stretch and relax just a tiny bit more. Relaxing wherever you are, feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. Carefully walk your hands back up towards your bottom to come back to sitting, and carefully swing your legs round and find your way to tabletop. Knees right under your hips and wrists right under your shoulders for cat and cow. Tuck your chin to chest and round the spine for cat pose, enjoying that wonderful stretch in the back. And then drop the belly down, lift your tailbone and look forward for your cow. Continue this movement on your own and at your own pace. And as you move through the cat and cow, maybe notice how this feels in your spine, upper, middle, low back. And notice how it feels in your hips as they tuck down, and then the belly comes down and they come up. Find your neutral spine and we'll thread the needle with the right hand, sweeping up towards the sky, gentle twist. Take that right arm, scoop under the left shoulder, drop your right shoulder to the floor, keeping your knees right over your hips, and then reach that left arm up and overhead. Be careful that you're not crimping your neck, but lengthen that ear away from your shoulder just a bit if you need to. You're resting on the shoulder and not your neck. Feel the gentle release across your upper back and the subtle opening in your outer right hip. Continue breathing here for just a few more breaths, and then we'll go to the other side. Place your left hand under the left shoulder, press down into the mat, and unthread your needle. Sweep that right arm up to the sky, and then back to the floor. Now we'll go to the left. Left arm sweeps up towards the sky, gentle twist in the spine. Take that left arm, scoop under the right. Left shoulder comes to the floor, rest your head on the floor. Reach your right arm up and overhead, lengthening your neck away from your shoulder. And maybe you press into that right hand and opening up the stretch in the hip just a little bit more. Continue breathing here. And each time you exhale, feel the spine and the hips soften and relax. Coming out of this pose, bring that right arm down and press into the mat next to your shoulder. Lift the chest up and sweep that left arm up to the sky, and then bring it back down. Now sink the hips back to child's pose. Allow the hips to fall to your heels, knees nice and wide. Arms overhead and the belly gently falls between the thighs. This wonderful resting pose helps to lengthen the spine, open the hips, and stretch the lower back, shoulders, and neck. From here, carefully make your way back up. Lift your head and use your arms to assist you as you come up. And then we'll come all the way down to the back side on your back with your knees bent and your back resting on the mat. Once you're there, rest your feet about hip-width distance apart and bring your arms out to a big T with the palms up. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, press the hips up and towards the ceiling, leaving the low back on the floor. And then drop the hips down and press the hips towards the floor as you have a tiny arch in the back. Do that again. Press the lower back into the floor, feet press into the floor, and the hips come up just a few inches, and then down, rotating the hips down and towards the floor. Just a few more times, up and back. These pelvic tilts help to strengthen your lower back and abdominal muscles and improving the health of your hips. Let's do this just a couple more times. Press your low back into the floor and lift the hips up. And then pressing the hips down, tilting them in the opposite direction, and the back comes just slightly off the floor. Now come to a neutral spine or the normal curve in your spine. And from here, we'll take that left leg and cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Here's where you might find that pillow or rolled blanket helpful behind your head. Reach through that keyhole and draw the knee towards your chest, holding on to the back of the thigh or to the shin of that right leg. And now, maybe if it feels good, straighten out that right leg and press that foot towards the ceiling, and then point and flex the toe. Maybe make some circles in one direction and the opposite direction. And then relax the foot and enjoy the stretch right where you are. Bring the leg back down and plant that foot on the floor. Uncross the left leg and allow that foot to come down to the floor. Bring your right ankle over the left thigh. Allow that knee to fall out to the side. Draw your knees in towards your chest, hands behind the thigh or the shin. While holding behind the thigh of the left leg, flex your foot and press your foot towards the ceiling. Maybe pointing and flexing the toe, or make some ankle circles one direction and then switch directions. Your left leg can have a little bit of bend in it. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just find where you feel a good stretch. Bring that left foot all the way down to the mat. And then release your legs and uncross the right leg and plant both feet on the floor. Extend your arms out to your sides with the palms up and gently windshield wipe the legs side to side a few times, releasing the back and relaxing the hips and the spine. And now we'll come to some clamshells. Shift your hips over to the left and drop your knees to the right. Hips stacked right on top of each other, knees together, and feet together. You can rest your head on the folded blanket or pillow, Or you could rest your head on your arm. Keep the feet together and take your left hand forward in front of your chest so that you're leaning slightly forward. Carefully lift the top knee up, pause at the top, and lower back down. Continue this movement. Take your time slowly and carefully, keeping the feet together, leaning slightly forward, making the glutes do the work. Maybe you pause for a moment when you reach the top, and then slowly lower back down. Let's do one more. All the way up, pause, and down. And now let's stretch. Bring that right leg over the bottom leg. Extend the left leg out long. Reach with that left arm, sweep it up and over your body. Open the chest towards the sky. With a simple twist in the spine, relax your shoulders down and back. If they don't touch the floor, that's okay. Just go as far as is comfortable for you and feel that stretch in the outside of that left hip and glute. Come out of your twist and bring that left hand back and over to the front. Bring your left foot behind the right thigh, bending the knee, and place that left hand onto the right thigh as we continue strengthening the hips and the thighs. Lifting the bottom leg as your toe is pointed to the front. It doesn't have to be high. Feeling the squeeze in the inside of the thigh as you lift and lower the leg. Keep your abs engaged and your hips stacked or slightly forward to prevent you from rolling back. Just raise that bottom leg slowly, focus on the squeeze, and maybe not resting fully on the floor. Let's do two more. Here's one, and here's two, all the way down this time. And now turn back over to your back with your knees bent. Bring your knees into chest and give yourself a nice hug. Maybe you tuck your chin to chest. And now drop your knees to the opposite side as we go to those clamshells. Extend the left arm now out to the side. You could use your blanket or pillow if you like under your head. Stack the hips on top of each other, knees on top of each other, and glue the feet together. Carefully lift that right hip up and lower it back down. Slowly and controlled, we'll continue this movement, ensuring your top hip stays right on top of the opposite. You're not rolling forward, you're not rolling back. Two more. Here's one, and lower down. Nice and controlled. The glutes are doing the work. And back down. Now take the right knee over the left and extend the left leg out. Sweep your right arm over the body and open the chest for a nice easy twist. Resting the shoulders down and on the mat, and adjust your shoulders if you need to. Maybe you adjust the knee a little bit as well. If you need a little more room in the twist, see if bending your knee a little more or bringing your foot closer to your thigh helps. Try adjusting your shoulders a bit and resting them down on the mat. Always finding the best pose for you and the best pose that fits your needs today. Untwist and bring that right arm back up and over your body. Bring the right foot behind the left thigh with the knee pointing up towards the ceiling and your hips stacked. We're going to lift that left leg with the toe pointed to the front. It doesn't have to be high, and back down again. 10 times. There's 2. And now we have 3. Take your time with it. It doesn't have to be my timing. Make it your timing. 4. And here's 5. Controlled, feeling that muscle in the inside of the thigh working. 5. And 6. 7. 3 more to go. You can do it. It doesn't have to be high. Just controlled. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Come all the way down, and this time Roll over and onto your back. Knees bent. Settle your hips and your low back down on the mat and bring your knees to chest for a gentle hug. Now bring your knees wider than your chest and just stay here for a moment, allowing the knees to rest to the side in a reclined saddle. This is a super relaxing pose for the low back. Now flex the feet and press your feet towards the ceiling. You could reach with your hands to the outside blade of the foot or the inside arch of the foot. Then draw your knees down beside your body and towards your armpit. You could rock side to side if you like, or just hold at the center, positioning your ankles directly over your knees, and gently press your feet into your hands while pulling down and into the floor. Making sure your spine, including your tailbone and shoulder blades, are relaxed and down into the mat. Relax your neck and breathe. Release this pose and allow your feet to come back down to the mat and hands by your sides. Shift the hips over to the right side of the mat with the arms again out to a nice T, and then just drop both knees, one stacked on top the other, to the left side. Now you could keep your head facing straight up, maybe towards the same side that the knees are, or maybe add a little more twist by turning your head towards the opposite side. Just softly breathing in and out here, and relax for just a few breaths. All the hard work has been done, and now we rest. And from here, we'll just switch right to the opposite side. So bring your knees back up to the center. Shift the hips over to the left and drop your knees to the right. One knee stacked on top the other. Again, your gaze could be straight up towards the same side or the opposite side. Stretching out the back muscles, the glutes, the shoulders, the chest, and the hips, providing a release for the entire body. Calming and centering. Just breathe and relax for a few more breaths. And now to your final resting pose, Savasana, or any other comfortable pose you would like to end with today. I'll invite you today to extend your legs out comfortably and just let your legs fall out to the side. Hands by your sides or hands on your tummy. Focus on your breath and allow your body to process all the physical work you've done. Allowing your body to just be. Gently start to bring yourself back by wiggling your fingers and toes, blink your eyes open, bend your knees and roll to the side and come back to sitting. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and join me regularly in your journey of building strength, flexibility, and mindfulness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I sincerely hope that this has left you feeling more grounded and at ease. Have a peaceful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.